Welcome to the Footy Wrap, the final preseason episode, and this weekend the real thing starts, round one of the AFL season. It's extremely exciting.
Yep.
I'd like to welcome Paul Hogan, who's completely clean this week, so
yeah,
well done.
That's right.
Shout out to you.
We had our tests.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the season to start. I have an erection. Let the season begin.
But you can't get away this week still from Ben Cousins' drug controversy. Ben Cousins, of course, has been indefinitely suspended from the West Coast Eagles, and I think now we're safe to say that he has actually been taking drugs.
Well, I mean,
we don't have to allege it.
Who are we to say? I mean, it was his father.
Yeah, Ben Cousins' father came out on the front of the Herald Sun and said, yes, his son is a drug addict.
Yeah.
And I think he's whipped over to the US of A to rehabilitate.
I don't know, like, for your father to put you on the spot and sing "I'm a Little Teapot" is one thing, but to say on national television that you're an addict.
So basically the club are right behind me and they're going to do everything they can to rehabilitate.
That's all right, Benny. Big Papa Cousins will take over from here. My son's an addict. He's a bloody addict. He's hooked on the stuff. He has been for years. He's an embarrassing little boy. We've got some embarrassing stories about him as well, coming home all jacked up. Hey?
Well,
and he doesn't mind a drink either. That'll be in the papers next week. But Big Daddy's going to look after you. Big Daddy. And he's not big like his daddy, is he? In fact, little Benny's a bit small. But we don't want to tell too much about him, do we? We call him Little Wormy. Little Wormy Cousins. Come on, show him, Benny boy. Pull him down, Ben. Come on. Get him down, Benny boy. Come on.
If you wanted to jump on a team this year, I reckon it could be Carlton. They've won the NAB Cup, $220,000 richer for that, and they're looking $1 million, Paul. In fact, they actually may be looking at $1 million if they win the premiership, because the AFL's offered a bonus should the winner of the NAB Cup win the premiership. And I think, I know you're a big advocate of the Pratt factor down there. He seems to have done a good job. I think, also, if you keep pouring that much talent into a team, like eventually they've got
to... You know, Pratt? Pratt kicked 150 goals in 1934 for South Melbourne.
Oh,
and that would make him like more than 90 years old, and he's still running a company like
Dizzy. That's Bob Pratt. Richard Pratt's the Dizzy guy.
Right.
Yeah. The only negative I can see at this point for Carlton is that Kouta's going to miss a couple of months.
Yeah,
so
2 months.
That's the same, yeah.
With a finger injury. Yeah. He's going to miss 8 games of football because of his finger.
That's a shame, yeah.
Tell Daniel Chick that. You know?
What do you mean?
Well, I reckon that bloody Kouta should just take the finger off. He hasn't got a lot long left of his career. Get rid of it. I reckon if you paid or dared Brendan Favola to bite Kouta's finger off, Fev would do it. Just put it in the form of a text. Fev will do anything.
A big talking point, as always, is Mike Sheehan's top 50 this week. I thought we'd just have a quick talk about who Mike rates as his top 50 players of the year. So,
sorry.
I'll just grab that article. It's in here somewhere, I think. Have you taken the Herald Sun? I can't find the, Mike Sheehan's top 50.
Oh, I ran out of toilet paper, so I put it to good use.
Oh. Interesting that Wayne Carey's back in the news this week, Paul, and are you... So normally I just usually sort of just slightly in front of you.
Yeah, just trying a new angle out.
And
change is as good as a holiday.
Because Wayne Carey suggested that Dean Laidley should be sacked. And Adam Simpson came out in defence of Laidley, which I think is fair enough, and said the players fully back Dean. You don't know unless you're down at the club, and I haven't seen Carey around since he left the club.
Yeah.
So that's a fair enough comment, don't you think?
What, Laidley just said, I haven't seen Carey since he left the club?
Yeah.
Well...
Oh, no, Simpson.
Well, do they remember why Carey left the club?
I think so.
I mean, Adam Simpson, no wonder Adam Simpson doesn't want him hanging around. Have you seen Adam Simpson's wife?
So it all starts this weekend, Paul, with Melbourne St Kilda on Friday night. Should be a fantastic start to the season.
7:40 at the MCG.
And we've got Kangaroos and Collingwood, I think, on Saturday.
Yep. Fremantle versus Port Adelaide.
Yep, that's right.
Brisbane Lions versus Hawthorn. Oh, just off the top of my head, Sydney versus West Coast. That one's in Sydney.
You're using the book again.
Essendon.
Yeah, keep going.
Adelaide Essendon. Western Bulldogs, Geelong, and Carlton versus Richmond.
So some cracking games. Can't wait for the first round of the season. But unfortunately, Darren Goldspink, the renowned umpire, won't be there.
Oh, why?
He hasn't passed his fitness test. AFL Operations Manager Adrian Anderson said there are fitness tests that all umpires are required to meet, and at this stage, these results have not been met by Goldie.
Ooh.
He can't run fast enough.
I got 2 words for you.
Maybe he's been partying hard in the off-season.
Ben Cousins. There is camera footage of Goldspink shoving a whistle up an orifice. I mean, a lot of people have suggested he do that during a game anyway, and
He does like to think of himself as one of the lads, doesn't he?
well, he loves it.
But you got to remember, he's one of the most capped umpires in the AFL.
Well,
so,
he's
like,
sort of the fourth most. He's sort of 50 games behind R. Sawyers, who has umpired well over 400.
Did you just know that?
Yeah, it's off the top of my
Show us your hand. Yeah, the other one. Both at the same time. I knew it. Funny book again.
See, Mum, I can read.